Hello guys, good morning, and here we are again in the Bulgarian countryside. It's a beautiful day, and luckily it's cooler today. The last few days it's been 35, 37 Celsius, and today is about 28, so it's not too bad. It was 25 in the morning. Nice sound. So we're gonna start today with as normal with chanting, meditation, and have buy some props like a shawl or a belt, so that you help yourself, because we're gonna do some stretchings. Also blocks or books, as I have in my case. Okay, we're going to start sitting in comfortable position. Take some time for other people to join us as well. And it's a Vata flow. Vata means air, movement, dry. The qualities of Vata, it's quick, it's unstable. So it rules the joints, the bones, and so things like if you have achy, dry bones, dry hair, dry skin, dry eyes, all that is symptoms of Vata. Vata tend to be quite light as well. Body-wise, their frame is light, but they can be very flexible as well. That's a quality of Vata. Basically imagine wind, and the movement, the air is constantly moving and from here to there. So also you can have that in the mental state, which is quite unstable, constantly grasping things, one idea to another idea, and it's never constant, like you would be with Kapha mind, for example, or Pitta mind is very organized, putting things in boxes and delegating. That's Pitta. And Vata is like forgetful if it's going too much, if they're out of their balance. Otherwise, the good qualities, they're quite inspirational. They are also cooling. They bring a lot of ideas. They have this insight to things, very good on their intuition, is quite strong. So these are the, I suppose, more positive qualities of Vata. Okay, today we're going to do some stretching, some good and stretching of the muscles. So trying also to keep Vata low, because in hot weather like this, which is normally Pitta Vata, when it's hot and there's wind, it's make Vata people quite unstable. They tend to move too quickly and too fast, and in hot weather like this, it's just right for them, because they love when it's hot. Okay, right, so we're going to use that time for Vata to be more nourished, if you like. Let's have a comfortable position, whether you want to sit cross-legged into full lotus or half lotus. Okay, if you're able to do so, if your joints allow you, stay in full lotus or half lotus. Also Vajrasana, which is one of my favorite meditation poses, where you sit and you open the heels a bit, so you'll sit like in a saddle. Okay, and then settling into where you are, sitting comfortably. Adjust if you need to use a block, maybe to also put here you can use this if you have any joint problems, or you can also sit at the edge to help you lift the pelvis a bit more. Whichever you choose, check and see you're very comfortable. And just observing the body, how it feels, any aches and need to adjust. Observing the contact between the body and the floor. And from there, lengthen the spine. Feel that you're lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up, out through the crown. Check your face is soft, the jaw is soft, and the tongue in your mouth is soft. Shoulders down. And for a few, just listen to the sounds around you. Becoming aware of the environment around you and within you. Any sounds that your body may do as well, just observe them. And adopt a silent witness attitude throughout your practice today. And before we start our chanting, you can formulate a positive sentence in your mind and just say that with determination and feeling. What do you want to dedicate your practice to today? Good. And we're going to take inhale for 3 arms and the Loka mantra. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of pranayama before we continue. If you need to swap your position, your legs are tired, you can also, it's fine. And we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. So the right hand, and you block the nostril with your thumb just above the nostril. Okay, and then you can hold in your thumb. Some people or some practices they don't use. They can, and then with the ring finger, we block the other nostril. So you put it on top of the other nostril. Center your body, and for a few rounds just inhale, exhale to feel both nostrils are able to move the air through. And then we start inhaling through the right, close, exhale through the left, inhale the left, exhale the right. And so let's do this simple, just following the natural breath for 5 to 10 rounds. Final exhale is through the right nostril, and then you rest just to get to your normal breathing, observing any sensations in the third eye. Good. And when you're ready, let's stretch the legs out. Have a good rest here. And then we're gonna come to hug your knees into your chest. So come flat on your backs. Okay. Hug your knees into the chest. Just gently clockwise, anti-clockwise. See how it feels to massage your lower back. When you're ready, exhale the knees to the right and look to the left. Then take a deep inhale there. Feel the rib cage moving with the inhalation and exhalation. Back to center the knees and exhale them to the other side, looking opposite. If you have the ability and also the space, you can straighten your legs for a deeper twist. Take a deep inhale, exhale into that side. And the inhalation brings back the knees to the chest. On the next inhale, exhale, right foot down. The left comes onto the thigh, okay? And then we do eye of the needle, where you can interlace the fingers on the other knee and just squeeze to open the left hip joint. You can gently rock side to side, squeeze a bit deeper, and listen to your even breath. And the exhale, bit deeper squeeze. Good. Up to 3 rounds here, and then we swap. Exhale, the left on the floor and the right on the thigh. Squeezing a little bit for 3 rounds. Beautifully. After 3 rounds, hug your knees back into the chest, and then what we're going to do is right foot comes on the floor, and we're going to lift the left straight up. Now there's an option if you want to straighten the right leg also, or if it's too much you can also keep it bent. If you go for straight leg, press and support that right hip, that leg active, and the one on the floor is also flexed. Interlace the fingers behind the calf muscle, and then gradually inhale and exhale the head forward towards your knee. Keep the elbows to the outside. Exhale back. Again, 3 rounds. You can slide a bit higher. Exhale. Inhale back to floor. And the next 2 rounds we're going to hold the head up, elbows out, and breathe for 2 inhales and exhales here. And then let go on the ground. Swap the legs. Slide. 3 rounds, whether you want to keep the left knee bent or keep it straight but activate the foot. Exhale. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale. In. Ex. In. And we stay here for 2 rounds of breath. Good. And let go. Wonderful. A breath here if you need to, and when you're ready, now you can keep that palm to press into your hip to keep it stable. And the other variation is you hook the big toe with the index, middle and the thumb, and we're going to open it to the side. Initially you may want to keep that knee bent and maybe hold the outer edge. Here. You can hold the ankle or hook the big toe. And look at the other side. Or use a belt, or in my case a scarf, but you can hold, good grip, and then kind of moving that foot out, keeping this so it doesn't roll. We want to keep it down here. And we stay for 5 rounds of breath here. Ring. Gently move away from the edge and go back into it if you need to, because you would feel the inner thigh maybe not so not so open yet. So you can gently move away from that edge, and gradually with the 5 exhales you'll be able to see how the to the floor. surrendering, surrender, yeah, surrender. After 5 rounds, inhale, bring it back, and exhale, swap the legs. You can choose to have the knee bent or straight, and then hook or use a belt to open the other foot, the other leg. With the exhalation, gradually you would feel, and it's still warming up, so it doesn't have to be, oh my God, I can't reach the floor. No, you just enjoy the journey. If it goes further, it goes further. If not, just bend slightly, don't push it, and then exhale again. Good. And one more breath here. Inhale back to center. Then we're going to put the palms underneath your knees and bend. And then we start rolling to massage the whole of the spine. Careful not to bang your head on the ground. Do as many as you wish. And then when you massage the whole of the spine, we're coming to bridge. So make sure your head is flat, there's no ponytail. And then start gradually lifting. Inhale, exhale. Vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the knees in line with your hips. Okay. Again, when you do 3 times the dynamic bridge, then on the rest 2, we're going to hold it, whether you chose fingers and lift higher, or some people are able to reach their ankles and hold it here for 2 rounds of deep inhales and exhale. Imagine you're holding that beach ball so that your knees don't go to the side. Good. Exhale and gently massage the lower back. Good. And when you're ready, come to cat-cow. Parallel feet, hip, and here we go. If you want to do the one that we normally do here, also you can do a scraping off the inside of a barrel, figure 8s, yeah, whichever, or maybe all of them, go for it, no problem. It's all about fluidity, it's all about working to lubricate the major joints, especially because it's morning and Vata tend to be stiff in the morning. So after you've done a few of these rounds, we're going to go for puppy to open the shoulders a bit more. So walk your hands further and then just lower the chest and the forehead, but keeping the hips above your knees. So press the palms into the floor, press your feet also as they are at the top of the feet into the floor. So then you'll be able to stretch further . and open the shoulders and lengthen the spine. Maybe eventually your chest will be able to touch the floor. Good. In my case, the chin is able to come to touch the floor, and the chest is also able to touch the floor. Active top of the feet, active palm. Ready for the next 2 rounds of breath. We're gonna do a twist here. So come back to 4, and then inhale, exhale, right hand, then lengthen the left, and there will be a twist to be able to look up to the ceiling, and do 2 rounds of breath here. And then swap the other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Press actively the palms, press actively the top of the feet into the floor. That will give you a deeper twist. And after 2 rounds of breath here, inhale, exhale, come to 4s again. Lovely. Good, so that was a gentle warm up. Let's go for down dog. So tuck the toes under, lift in your down dog. So initially 1 heel at a time. Okay. Also whack the tail bone a bit, side to side, parallel feet, so you can't see your heels. I will stay here 3 to 5 rounds of breath, lengthening into your down dog. Strength, open. If you want to bend the knees slightly, and then gradually lengthen. Feeling both heels touching the floor. And make sure you can't see your heels, they're parallel, hip width apart. Beautiful. After 3 or 5 rounds, we're going to go into lunge. So right foot comes forward. Again, a reminder, my right is your left because of the mirror image. And then we're going to go for lizard. So both hands come on the inside, then lower the back knee and start either coming onto your fingertips, opening through the crown, lengthening, moving the shoulders so they're not here. We move them away. Maybe palms flat. Those of you may want to go further too, or also use any blocks. Okay, blocks. And for those who are really open, you can come onto the outside of your foot and just breathe 5 rounds of breath in your lizard. Soft tongue, soft face. Exhaling into that hip. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, down dog for 1 breath. And then the other side. Inhale the left lower the back knee, move the arm on the inside, and start your journey. This side is different, that's normal. But with practice and awareness, you will find and balance both sides to the same level. When you're ready, tuck the toes under, lift into down dog. And then we're going to open right leg, squeeze. And again for a few rounds, so just let me, I don't know which side is better to show you. Let's see. So it's just down dog and then lift the right foot, leg up, exhale the knee round as if you want to touch it with your forehead. Inhale, exhale for 5 rounds. So squeezing these lower belly muscles. After 5, swap the other side. So the right knee comes more into the center. The right foot is more to the center. Then lift the left up and inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Back to down dog. If you want to rest in balasana, big toes touching, exhale and surrender in balasana. One or two breaths here. And then we're going to move back into down dog. Into high lunge, right foot comes forward, back heel is up. So the heel of the back foot is up, and then we lift to high lunge. Gently move in and out. You can have your palms together. After 3, we're going to do a twist. So 2 breaths into the twist. After that, back into down dog. Ready for the other side. High lunge. So 90-degree shin, back heel is up and lift. 3 breaths here. Strong. Back leg is straight, pressing down strongly. After 3, into the twist. 2 breaths into the twist. Down dog. And after 2 rounds in down dog, we're going to come flat on the ground for cobra. Now you're probably quite open and ready to do quite a high cobra. Inhale, exhale. Wiggle, soften the bum. Lift up to the sternum. Exhale. Wiggle, soften. And third, lift, exhale. When you're ready, the next 2 rounds of breath, a choice. So if your back is okay, you can lift the front and the back of the body with arms straight. If your back is dodgy, interlace the fingers and open here. And then exhale, wiggle, soften and relax. Okay, so your choice. Let's try. Inhale, lift, and we're going to hold it for 2 rounds of breath, whichever variation you choose to go for. To 2. Inhale, exhale, wiggle, soften, and come back into baby balasana. You can open the knees wider this time and have a deeper release in the lower back. Take as many breaths here as you need to. And then walk to kneeling. We're going to go for deep back bend in camel. If your back is too dodgy and you prefer not to do camel, then continue with cobra. If you're alright to come with me, then tuck the toes under. Now if you have a block, put that block here. Yeah. Okay, because on inhale and exhale, we reach to the block, keeping the hip in line with your knee, and the shoulder opens so the sternum blossom, and then exhale. For some people, maybe that's okay here. Okay. If you want, let go the head. This is one side. Inhale only, lift the head, and then we flex to come to balasana. Or the full one is tuck the toes under, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, the other side. So there's a tendency, a lot of people to forget about the hips. We want the hips to stay above the knees. Then the head goes back. 2 or 3 rounds of breath here. And then the inhale, lift the head. Exhale, flex the hips, undo the toes, and surrender balasana. 2 breaths here. And we'll do it once more. Whichever variation you go for, maybe one side and then the other side instead of both sides. Just see how you feel. But don't forget that these are actively pushing to keep the hips above your knees. Tuck the toes under. Keep them in line with the hips, so hip width apart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Now you can stay here for 2 breaths, that's fine, or let go. 2 or 3 breaths here. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, flex the hips. Balasana. Wiggle, soften, and relax the lower back. And final camel or strasana. So, and those who are more advanced, they know you can have your feet flat, but I wouldn't advise you if you're new to that posture. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing. The tailbone comes forward, keeping the hips above your knees. Three rounds. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently undo the toes, flex in the hips, and rest in Balasana. Take as many breaths in baby as you want, because this is a very deep back bend. It works on the whole of the spine and the hips as well. And working with gravity can make it really hard. Really hard posture for some of you, or us as well, me including, because I used to feel sick when I used to do it in the beginning. Okay, deep breath in Balasana. And then gradually coming up to sitting. Find your sitting bones. We're going to do some balancing, Navasana. So, finding the sitting bones here. Flex the feet. Let me see if I can. This way, sorry. Okay. Open the sternum and move the shoulders away. Pressing the energy through the sitting bones. Hold underneath your knees. Flex the feet. And then lift to find the balance first. When you find your balance, keep the sternum forward. Then shin is parallel to the floor. Feet are flexed. Sternum open. Shoulders away. Gaze the big toes. So drishti is the big toes. And we stay here. Deep inhales and exhales. 3. The last 2, if you want to lengthen and let go, it's fine. Or let go, it's fine. So 3 rounds, and then the last 2 will be a different variation of your choice. Now if you come with me, straighten the legs. Keep the feet pressed, feet are flexed. Press the invisible wall. And then let go. Use the core muscles for 2 rounds of breath here. When you're ready to soften, lie down, hug your knees into the chest. Inhale back to sitting. Let me turn the other way. Good. So 3 rounds with parallel feet, whether you want to let go. Working the deeper muscles, not the thigh muscles, because you can get cramps. Okay, and when you're ready, the last 2, lengthen, inhale, exhale for 2. Exhale, hug your knees or lay down. Wiggle and soften the belly and the bum. Deep inhale, exhale here. Good. To sitting. Lovely. We're going to go to comfortable, wide open, wide stretch. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Okay. And just so keeping the feet flexed again, flexed. Keep rooting into your sitting bones. Okay. So maybe I'll do it this way. There we go. So rooting into the sitting bones, lengthening through the crown. Feet are flexed. And then we start coming forward with your heart, but pressing down through your sitting bones, okay? And you walk your hands one at a time, as far as it feels deeper. You would feel a good pull into your inner thighs or even the hamstrings. Use a block if you need a little lift, so you can use a block to sit on. That will lift your pelvis. Walking the hands and breathing for 5 rounds. So, rooting into the floor, extending energy out through the crown, grounding. Inhale, then come back to center, and then one foot comes to the inner thigh. This one is actively pressing through the heel. This one is actively pressing through the knee and pressing the inner thigh. Okay? Inhale, lift. Exhale, surrender. So you can reach the foot or maybe the shin, and that's fine. And then you start your journey, gazing the big toe, softening the face and the tongue, just observing how you feel, what you're thinking. Okay? Just observing your breath. Soft gaze, soft a face, until maybe your forehead will touch the shin. And after you stay here as long as it's comfortable to stay, to open into that posture. exhalation, bring you back to center. And we swap the other side. Again, finding rooting, sitting bones, and you're rooting into them. Inner foot. The foot can be into the inner thigh, or if it really able your body, you can do a half lotus here. If you're looking for more edge, flex the front foot. Inhale, lift, and exhale. To wherever is comfortable, rooting through the sitting bones, lengthening through. Shoulders away so they're not here. Gazing the big toe. And surrender. So there's another bind. If you reach your foot, can be another one where you hold the wrist. Or you are using your belt and just pull your upper body to cascade over with every exhale, a bit further and a bit further. Surrender into your forward bend. Back to center, gently, gently, so you don't get a rush. You may get dizzy. And then we're going to do cobbler's pose. The same principle, sitting bones rooting down but extending out through the crown, your spine. And the sitting bones is the roots. They're pulling you down. The tailbone is going down, but at the same time the spine is blossoming and the crown is the flower. Okay, inhale and exhale, surrender. So you're holding the ankles here and pressing the elbows onto your inner knees. Gaze is just in front of you. For those who need more extra, then you can open the feet like a book. And keep pressing the elbows to open. The shoulders are not by the ears away. So let me demonstrate this to the side. My back is straight, rooting into the sitting bones and coming to surrender. You can tuck the chin slightly and gaze the floor. 5 rounds of breath here. Inhalation brings you back to center. Exhale. Hug your knees into your chest. Now, massage the lower back clockwise, anti-clockwise. If you feel like you want to massage the lower back. And then we're going to go for bridge. or those of you who want to go for shoulder stand, that's fine. Otherwise, come to bridge for 3 rounds of breath, or be dynamic. And after 3 rounds, go down into fish, where you sit on your palms, legs are straight, come onto the elbows, press them into the floor, and the crown of the head is touching the ground. Deep inhales, exhales here. Any ponytails, any clips, anything that is obstructing the crown to get to the floor, remove it. Feet are flexed, they're not pointing, they're flexed and they're on the ground. Deep inhales, exhales. As many as you want to do here. Before you go into Shavasana, allowing the body to become flat on the ground, comfortable. Turn the palms facing up, beside the body, not touching it, beside. The feet are soft and also flop aside. The head is central, not to the side left or right, but to the center. If your lower back is dodgy, bend your knees. Keep the feet apart and keep the knees together. And as your body is feeling comfortable on the ground, become aware of any sounds around you. The sounds near you, the sounds far away from you. The sounds that your body may do as well. The nostrils are breath. And soften deeper onto the ground. As many inhales and exhales. And check the whole of the body is soft, your feet are soft, calf muscles, buttocks, soft belly, soft back, the shoulders are soft and heavy, arms are heavy, fingers are soft, palms are soft. And check, the head is heavy on the ground. Relax the forehead, the eyelids, relax the chin, the jaw and the cheeks. and feel the tongue in your mouth is soft. And become aware of any thoughts, any sensations and feelings. Just observe them like a silent witness. And keep your awareness on the natural breathing. Begin to deepen your breath and wiggle your toes and your fingers, becoming aware of the environment and the space around you. And stretching the body like after a lovely morning sleep, getting up in the morning or something like that. And coming up to final sitting position. For 3 ohms and the Loka mantra. Inhale. Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namaha Hari Om. And thank you very much. Little sound from the countryside. Let me know how this practice was for you. Was it beneficial? Do you think you're more Vata and that was good for you? How was it? Let me know. Much love. See you soon. Bye bye.